Okay, my people, happy Sunday. How are we all doing? Hope we all had a great weekend. So, as you guys know, weekly like this, I do come to the chat to break down some of the pairs that I am personally monitoring. So, before diving into the chart, I would love us to first of all look at the calendar news. Let's see the news events that are coming up before we actually diving in on the chart to look at any form of trading opportunity. So, hope we are all good. Last week was a very awesome week. We took only one setup, which is on Europe USD, and it gave us a very beautiful RR. And we hope to see this week also performing well. Also because I'm seeing some setups that so impressive. So tomorrow, which is Monday, tomorrow is 21st, right? Tomorrow 21st we have bank holiday on GBPJPY pairs. Probably tomorrow there is no any news events, right? There is no any new events. Then coming to Tuesday we have GBP news coming up by 10:15 a.m. That's probably early in the morning. And then that's the only high impact news we have on Thursday. And then Wednesday we have a lot of high impact of news though. On Wednesday we don't have news. On Wednesday we don't have news. Oh my god. On Wednesday we don't have news. On Wednesday we don't have news. But coming down to Tuesday, we all can see that we have a lot of news, guys. On Tuesday 24th we have a lot of news. We have AUD, we have Europe from 9 a.m., 9 a.m., 9 a.m. And then GBP, we also have high impact news on GBP pairs. And then Europe, we also have high impacts of news on all the Euro pairs. So on Thursday, we should be so aware of this red folder news in order for us to make our trading decision. So quickly guys, this is the news events we have for the coming week. On Friday we only have GBP pair. We have only one red folder, which is on GBP. So let's dive in on the chart, guys. Let's go and look at what I'm really looking out for before the week ahead. So real quick guys, you guys, if you have been following me, you guys will literally know that I don't trade so many setups. Like I don't trade so many pairs. I don't trade so many pairs. I have specific pairs that I just focus on, and if they give me a trade setup, I participate on it. And if there's no trade setup, I'm a very patient trader who understand the power of patience in the market. And I just exercise patience for the setup to cook. Once it's done cooking, then we strike, guys. That's how we do it. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, guys, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell so that whenever I drop a video like this, you will be highly notified. So real quick guys, let's dive in on the chart. So Europe USD, let's start off from the daily time frame. Let me show you guys what I am really looking at on Europe USD. So Europe USD from the daily time frame, guys, you guys can see we are highly bullish, and you guys know the power of understanding the overall sentiment of the market from a higher time frame before making any decision on the lower time frame. All right, so from the daily time frame here, guys, we all can see that the market is highly trending bullish. Right, on a bullish trend we have form of higher highs and higher lows, and then we have higher high, higher low, and higher high. So what am I really looking at on Europe USD, guys? What am I really looking at on Europe USD? Europe USD, what I'm really anticipating to see on Europe USD is to see market drop back to this area of demand level. Though it's not actually looking clean on the daily time frame right here, but we're going to move down to the 4 hours time frame where we can be able to spot the demand level, right? So on the daily time frame right here, what I'm really anticipating is to see price delivering back to this area of demand level. Once we tapped in this area of demand level, then we start looking for 2 hours or 1 hour's time frame lower time frame confirmation. That's from the daily time frame, guys. That's from the daily time frame. So let's move down to the 4 hours time frame. Let me show you guys what I'm really talking about, that demand level. And if you guys look at the 4 hours time frame, the trade idea is more cleaner on the 4 hours time frame, right? The trade idea is more interesting on the 4 hours time frame. So on the 4 hours time frame, guys, we all can see that we still have those inefficiency that price can potentially come back and fail, right? Price should potentially come back and fail this inefficiency right here, because those are areas where there are no buyers and sellers. So we are anticipating that price should come back and fill up this imbalance and then mitigate off this last demand level that actually caused this aggressive push to the upside. And this is totally showing us that there are more buyers that are coming in the market right here. So potentially we're expecting EURUSD should give us a drop down and then mitigate off this demand level, and then we'll wait for a lower time frame confirmation in order for us to take our longs opportunity. So this is what I'm really looking at on EURUSD. You guys can see how I keep my trade idea as simple as possible and so precise with what I am really looking at, right? So from the 4 hours time frame right here, guys, I know I was able to capitalize on some of those moves to the downside. I took this sell right here, I took this sell right here, I also took this sell right here, I also took this sell right here, and this one happens to be last week, which was the only trade I took last week and gave us over a 1 to 6 risk to reward. But currently, guys, what I'm really seeing right now on this particular price action that is playing out, this current price action, I'm not really interested on this price action. I'm not really interested on this price action, because if you look at when the market was coming down, if you look at the price action, it is way different from the way price is playing out right now. So what I'll probably wait for, if I want to participate on this drop to the downside, if I want to participate on this drop to the downside, I'm going to wait for price to break below this previous low. As long as we have not yet mitigated off our demand level, I will probably wait for this low to be taken out, and then wait for another retest and then take my shot. So this is what I will probably be anticipating in order for me to participate on any given setup from this 4 hours time frame. Once they break this low, then I'm going to be anticipating price reward, give me a pullback back to this supply level right here, and then I take my shot to the downside, looking forward to see price coming back to this area of demand level before that overall move started, right? Before that overall move will actually kickstart in the market, right? Because we all know that the overall sentiment is bullish, right? The overall sentiment is bullish. So once we tapped in this demand level right here and we have that reaction, that confirmation that we are looking out for, the next thing for us to do is to take our longs opportunity, and this will be our weak high, and we are probably going to anticipate all of this liquidity to be taken out. So this is what I'm really looking at on EURUSD. For now, this is the only setup I'm looking out for. I'm not actually looking to participate on any price action that is currently playing out right here. So I'm just going to pay attention to this particular price action right here and then exercise patience. Like I told you guys from the beginning, I'm a very patient trader. I always take A+ setups that have over 95% chances of going my direction. Those are the kind of setups that I like participating on. I don't take low quality setups. I prioritize high probability setups a lot. So this is what I'm really looking at on EURUSD. So with that being said, let's move to the next pair, guys. So our next pair will be on GBPJPY. So we all know that GBPUSD, I mean to say, we all know that GBPUSD and EURUSD, they are pairs that correlate. But let me go to GBPUSD so that I will show you guys what is really playing out on GBPUSD. So on GBPUSD, you guys can see that we are actually trending bullish also from GBPUSD. right, from GBPUSD pair, we all can see that we are also trending bullish, right? We have, that's the overall sentiment of the market from the daily time frame. We have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we have a new higher high that was formed from the daily time frame right here. So what I actually anticipated when this high was formed, I usually anticipate that price should come back and react off from this strong demand level that actually caused this push to the upside, and then give us a lower time frame confirmation in order for us to take our long opportunity. But if this demand level right here fails to hold price, then I will be looking at this demand level right here. So we're going to probably say price induce all the buyers who are actually holding their buys from this first buy that actually push price up higher, and then price should come induce them and then mitigate off this area of demand level. And once we have that mitigation at that demand level, that's I will be waiting for a lower time frame confirmation in order for me to take my longs opportunity. That's if price decide to break this low right here. That's if price decide to break this low right here. But on the daily time frame right here, price is already looking like this low has been taken out. But I am still looking at this as a sweep of liquidity, because there's no really aggressive break yet. Because if we also go back to the 4 hours time frame, we all are going to see that we have that low that have not been yet taken out, though the daily time frame is stronger than the 4 hours time frame. But looking at the way price is actually playing out on the lower time frame after reacting off from this level also is giving me more interest on taking the longs opportunity. So let me go by showing you guys what I'm talking about. So from the 4 hours time frame right here, guys, we all can see we have our demand level that was mitigated, right? We have this demand level. We all can see that on the 4 hours time frame, that demand level look more clearer, right, and more high probable. And also this demand level was engulfed, also capture liquidity. So this demand level right here is a very, very high probability demand level that when I am looking at my area of demand or supply, those kind of demand level, those kind of confluence that add more probability to my area of demand level. So looking at price, guys, after we have that reaction from that demand level, let me take us through, guys, what happened last week. Because the first break that happened, I decided to take the longs and price took me out, right? Price took me out. But this is what is currently going on the current price action. So let's go to the 1 hours time frame. Let's see what's currently going on. So from the 1 hours time frame, I took the trade on the 30 minutes time frame, right? So on the 30 minutes time frame, guys, this is what I saw. After we reacted off from that demand level, I saw this as a break of structure, right? I saw this as a break of structure. I saw this as a break of structure. I saw this as a break of structure after reacting off from my demand level, and then I took my longs. No. I'm sorry for that. It was this particular break right here. I did not take this first entry. I did not take this first entry because I was waiting for more confirmation to actually show up in order for me to confirm that, okay, probably this market is ready to start going up regarding with the aligning with the higher time frame movement. So guys, I decided to take my longs opportunity from here. After price react off from my demand level, right? After the react off from that my demand level, and give me this confluence on the lower time frame, which was on the 1 hour 30 minutes time frame. This is where I decided to actually hop in on the buy. And as you guys can see, the buy was actually looking to hold before we have this pushback, and immediately when they push back and took me out, you guys can see what happened next, right? It does not we were not actually wrong. The market actually moved to our direction, but sometimes, like some days, right, we do experience this kind of wake up, right? So to me, this is probably a normal loss. This is really a normal loss. I did not really take this loss as undisciplined loss or a loss that was not well defined, right? So this is a well defined loss for me, guys, because you guys can see all my confluences, everything that I look out for showed up in order for me to actually partake on this particular trade. But unfortunately, the market fails to respect my trade idea, and then they took me out, and then they go to my direction. So after they took me out and went my direction, look at what happened. So this was the entry that actually hurts me, that I did not actually take, because after we swept liquidity, because that's what happened, we took out the buy side liquidity. After we take out the buy side liquidity, market came back, and then we have the buy that we were potentially looking at, guys. So we have this break right here. I didn't mean I really validate this break right here, or not validate. I didn't mean I was really active on the chart, because I was in school that day that this particular price action played out, and I was not paying attention to my chart. So I was not paying attention to my chart. So we have this break right here, and then you guys can see I saw some of my colleagues who actually participate on this trade, and this trade gave us nothing but a 1 to 4 risk to reward trade, guys. A beautiful 1 to 4 risk to reward, which is a very, very nice outcome, right? So like it feels like crazy when I miss this trade, because there was multiple opportunity. After reacting up from the 30-minute area of demand level, we still have another lower time frame confirmation that happened here. Pay attention to the chart, guys. Pay attention to the chart. Like, everything is a repeat. Like, this chart repeat one thing over and over again. So first of all, we have our daily our 4 hours time frame demand level being mitigated. After 4 hours time frame demand level being mitigated, we have a 30 minutes time frame break of structure, and then we waited for another pullback, which we did not actually participate on this trade. We wait for another pullback. Now look at it again on the lower time frame. So this probably will be like 15 minutes time frame internal structure, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we have a break of structure, guys, and then we have another entry right here. So even if you miss this entry right here, you have another entry, and also you have another entry here, guys. You also have another entry here. So you guys see the kind of opportunity I missed last week, but it's all good. There are more opportunities in the market. Like, opportunity, I've not even start identifying them. There are a bunch of opportunity, because I have the mind of abundance, right? Not a mind of scarcity. So here it is, guys. So this is what I'm currently looking at next on GBPUSD. Let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. That's where it's making much sense for me, right? So since we have this break right here, we have this high also being taken out, guys. What do you guys think next? What do you really guys think next? What do you really guys think next? Somebody should type it on my comment section. What do you guys really think next? What we're really looking at next is to see price pushing back up, guys. This is what I'm really looking at on GBPUSD. This is what I am really looking at on GBPUSD. Since we have a break already, let's continue buying, right? Regardless of the direction of the market. Let's start buying, which already price is sitting at our entry level already. So you guys will be like, my stop loss is a little bit wild. Yeah, I did it because of we can potentially have price pushing back a little bit lower, right? We can have price pushing down a little bit lower before we have that push to the upside. So this is why I gave a lot of breathing space on where my stop loss should be. I gave it a lot of breathing space. Guys, a lot of breathing space, so that even if I take this loss, right, even if this trade end up not going my direction, because we all need to understand that trading is a probability game. Even if this trade end up not going my direction, I will know that I did not have any problem with my stop loss. I did not have any problem with my lower time frame confirmation entry. It is what the market decide to do, right? Probably my analysis is wrong, guys. I accept it. Probably, maybe the structure where I was actually anticipating the market should actually, move is only wrong, right? And potentially, if this trade right here goes wrong, we have this area of demand which I point out on the higher time frame. I told you guys that if this level right here is going to fail us, then let's anticipate this level to see price dropping back to mitigate off that level, and then we take our longs opportunity. That's what I'm really anticipating on GBPUSD. So if you like this setup, if you're interested on this setup, go ahead, add it to your watch list, and let's see what GBPUSD is going to play out next week, which probably the market is already on its way coming. The week is already around the corner. We have 7 hours 34 minutes, right? 7 hour 34 minutes for this market to open. So guys, let's go. This is what I'm really looking at on GBPUSD. I am looking for longs opportunity if this market will actually play out according to what we really anticipated, and we are targeting a minimum 1 to 3 because that's my minimum risk to reward, guys. But sometimes we get more than 1 to 3, but you have to be very precise with your target, right? You have to be very precise with your target, and you also have to be precise with your stop loss in pips. So you guys might feel like, okay, I'm having like 45 pips. It's because it's aligning with my trading plan, right? The minimum stop loss in pips that I cannot take is 50. If it's above 50 pips, then I can longer accommodate it, right? But as long as we are around 45, 50, 20, 30, I am comfortable with taking that such trade, guys, with that such stop loss in pips. So let's see what GBPUSD is going to play out. So let's go. And if you're taking this trade, guys, make sure you apply proper risk management, because trading is a very high probability game. Is a very high probability game. So let's move on to the next pair, which is GBPJPY, my favorite pair. The EURUSD and GBPUSD is my favorite pair, but I love GBPJPY because I get more confirmation on that pair, guys. Like whatever I look out for, like it's always showed up the way I want it to be, guys. So GBPJPY, this is what I'm really looking at. Let's start off from the daily time frame. So if you guys notice how I do my analysis, guys, you guys will probably learn a lot, right? Because I don't just come to the chart and then start off my analysis from the 2 hours time frame. No, like it's improper. Like that's not how to start up your analysis, guys. That's not how to really start up analysis. You need to understand the overall bias of the market. You need to understand, okay, what the higher time frame is telling you before you start planning your trade on the 4 hour or 2 hours time frame or 1 hour's time frame, because those are the time frame that I basically use. I don't trade the 15 minutes time frame. I don't trade the 30 minutes time frame. If you see me right there, I'm waiting for confirmation. But I'm a day trader, so I prioritize those higher time frame because also they give me time to actually look at the chart. They give me, like, guys, you need to learn a lot, right? You need to, because I'm already saying a lot. You guys are taking a lot from this video already. So from the daily time frame, guys, we all can tell, right? GBP JPY have really been trending bullish, right? Lower low, higher low, higher low, and higher low, and we have a higher high, and then we have our next higher low right here. And currently we're expecting to see price coming for this high right here. We're probably anticipating price should come back and take out this week high. So probably what we're doing more is looking for longs opportunity from the 4 hours time frame to the 2 hours time frame, which those are my favorite time frame. So from the 4 hours time frame, guys, I actually have this particular setup which result not to play out. because not all the time what I anticipate used to play out. That's my system allow me to understand that not everything that I look out for sometimes used to play out, right? So I just move on to the next setup, right? I just move on to the next setup. So this was what I actually anticipated last 2 weeks, right? On GBP JPY. On GBP JPY, I anticipated that price should drop down to this area of demand level. Once they mitigate of this area of demand level, I will look for my lower time frame confirmation, probably on the 1 hour or 30 minutes time frame, because the trade was planned on the 4 hours time frame. I'll probably wait for a lower time frame confirmation on those time frame. But as you guys can see, right, market fails to get back to this area of demand level, and then they start pushing back higher. They start pushing up. They start pushing up, right? They start pushing up, and currently on the 2 hours time frame, this has already shown that this high has been taken out. So let me show you guys. So you guys should just watch my cursor, or let me use the line chart. Let me use the line chart so that we are going to be very sure. So that we're going to be very sure. So you guys can see all that, right? We have that high being taken out already on the 2 hours time frame. So what I am currently still anticipating to see on GBP JPY, for me to, you know, call this trade an A plus setup, I really want to see price still pushing up a little bit, right? I still want to see price push up a little bit. Once we push up a little bit, then we should come back for all those liquidity right here resting below this low right here, all those liquidity, and then, you know, we should have this imbalance, which is giving me more confidence to actually anticipate that price should pull back to this area of demand level in order for me to take my longs opportunity. So that's what I'm really still expecting on GBP JPY. I'm still expecting a little pullback, right, and then a drop, and then, you know, we look at this on the 30 minutes time frame, and once we spot this, then we take our longs opportunity. So it takes patience, guys. It takes patience. It takes a lot of patience. Every trader feels like when you come to the chart, like most especially the beginners, they feel like the moment you show up on the chart, you know, what you need is to start looking for buy, looking for sell. But guys, you need to plan. You need to plan ahead, guys. You need to plan. You need to exercise patience. You need to exercise patience as your plan is playing out. You also need to exercise patience if your plan is done playing out and you take action. That's, you executed your plan, right? You need to also exercise patience to see how the outcome is going to be, right? You need to exercise patience to see how the outcome is going to be. So there's no room for you being afraid. There's no room for, you know, you trying to chase the market, guys. So everything is patient. Exercise patience as you are waiting for the trade. Exercise patience when you enter the trade. That's how you will know if the trade is going to work out or not. But if you are still going in and out on a trade, then you're still a beginner, guys. Trust me, you're still a beginner. That you need to really master your psychology, and probably you're risking too much. You're really risking too much, because if you're not risking too much, I see no any reason for you to be afraid whenever you place a buy or a sell, if your trade idea is done playing out, right, and all your confluences have met up. It's just for you, you know, to just sit and watch, guys, and just sit and watch, as long as you're not risking too much. But if you're risking too much, you're going to be panicking, right? So this is what I'm currently looking at on GBP JPY. So really, let's watch out for GBP JPY and see what GBP JPY is going to play out along the week, right? Let's see what GBP JPY is going to play out during the week. But if we fail to get here, that expansion, if that expansion fails and then we drop, probably we're gonna use, you know, we're gonna wait for our lower time frame confirmation in order for me to, you know, take my longs opportunity. So this is what I'm really anticipating on GBP JPY. So our next pair would be on NZD/USD, guys. My next pair that I'm looking at is on NZD/USD. So this is the setup that I will be so comfortable like trading next week, if possible. If it's gonna happen Monday or Tuesday, like, this is one of the setup that I'm very comfortable, you know, with for the week, right? For the week, this is the setup that I'm very, very comfortable with. So from the daily, we are bullish, right? From the daily, we are bullish. This is the daily low, this is the daily high, this is the daily. Oh, we're on a 4 hours time frame. Sorry for that, guys. On the 4 hours time frame, we're bullish, right? On the 4 hours time frame, we are bullish. On the 4 hours time frame, we are bullish. As you guys can see, we have higher high and we have higher low, and then we have higher high that was formed right here. And my anticipation was to see price drop back to this area of demand level right here. And as you guys can see, price is right at that demand level. Price is right at that demand level, right? So after price reacted off from this demand level, let's go to the 1 hours time frame. Let's see what's currently happening on the 1 hours time frame. So as the market was coming down from the daily time frame, we all know that what we are probably going to be seeing is a form of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? Because the higher time frame is contracting, the higher time frame is trying to form a higher low. So from the 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes time frame, what you are going to be seeing is the form of lower lows and lower highs, because no matter what, you know, the lower time frame will respect the what higher time frame bias. So from the 1 hours time frame right here, we all can see, which I just finished showing us the structure that was forming. We have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So now we have a break of structure. As you guys can see, we did not only take out one high, we took out two significant high, guys. Two significant high, which is very, very amazing, guys. Very, very amazing. I love this, right? I really, really love this. Like, we did not only break this high, we took out this high and this high right here, which is a very, very strong confirmation for me. So what I'm currently waiting for, guys, what I'm really expecting to see now is to see price drop down to this demand level and then shoot up. That's on NZD USD. I'm expecting price should come induce this buy side liquidity. This buy side liquidity, I'm expecting this sell side liquidity, I mean to say, I'm expecting price should come back and take out this sell side liquidity and then fill up those tiny imbalance that we all can see. Open your eyes very well, guys. Open your eyes very well and see. We have those imbalances right here that price should potentially come back and fill. And once we fill them, I'm expecting price should tap in this demand level, and this demand level should hold price to continue pushing higher. So this is what I'm really expecting on NZD USD. So if you love this setup, guys, go ahead and add it to your watch list. Go ahead and add it to your watch list, and don't forget to risk what you can afford to lose. Don't go beyond your limits, because it's definitely going to affect you. All right, so this is what I am looking at on NZD USD. So let's see what NZD USD got for us next week. So looking at GBP, Europe GBP, guys, we have Europe GBP, we have Europe GBP. Let's look at it from the 2 hours time frame, because that's where this main setup is being planned. Is it 4 hours time frame? Let's look at it from the 4 hours time frame. Beautiful, beautiful. It was planned on the 4 hours time frame. So from the 4 hours time frame, guys, what did we see? What are we seeing? Did I need to say a lot again? Did I really need to say a lot? From the 4 hours time frame, we all can see that this market is highly bullish, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we have higher low, and then we have a new higher high that was actually formed right here, right? We have a new higher high that was formed right here. So what are we expecting next, guys? We're expecting a higher low. And where am I looking for a mitigation, guys? Where I'm currently looking for a mitigation is up from this demand level, right? Because we have this inefficiency, and you know, price react multiple times from this particular level right here. So this is also serving as a strong support level, not only a demand level but also a support level, that I am expecting price should come back, mitigate, and then give us a lower time frame confirmation in order for price to continue trending upward, because that's the original direction of the market, right? Bullish. The original direction of the market is bullish, guys. So as we're expecting price should drop down to this area of demand level, I saw something very, very nice on the 1 hours time frame, which I am a little bit impressed, and I am also paying attention to it. So as the market is coming down, guys, remember I told you guys, if the 4 hours time frame is bearish and they form a higher high and they're trying to form a higher low, if you go to the 1 hour 30 minutes time frame, any low time frame below that time frame, what you are going to be seeing, as long as that time frame, that higher time frame, is forming a higher low, probably what we are going to be seeing is a form of lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, and lower high, and lower low. So it's a repetition of one thing happening over and over again, right? So I feel like technical is one of the most simplest thing like you can learn within a period of time if you really dedicate your time, right? Technical is one of the most simplest thing you can learn in forex trading. The major work is your psychology, right? Is your psychology, how you manage your trade, your risk, your fear, your FOMO. Those are the major key things that play a very big role in trading. So let's get back to the chart, guys. So what I'm currently looking at on this particular pair right now is more of like a sell to buy, right? I'm looking like a sell to buy. So from this particular trade idea here, since I'm not really trading with the original direction of the market, right, from the 4 hours time frame, what I want to also wait for more extra confirmation and to be sure that this market can potentially give us this push to the downside, I want to wait for a lower time frame confirmation, which I love what the market is playing out. So I'm expecting this low to be taken out. Once they take out this low, I'm going to wait for a pullback and then strive. And also I'm gonna look at this dynamic liquidity should be taken out, guys. That's what I will potentially be looking at for on Europe JBP, right? On Europe GBP, and on the European peers, we have a lot of high impact of news coming up. On Thursday, right? On Thursday we have a lot of news coming up on Thursday. So hopefully, let's see from Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's see what this particular pair will actually do. Let's see what this pair will perform, right? If we have that confirmation, because the mitigation has already happened, now what we are potentially waiting for is that lower time frame confirmation, which I told you guys, price is fractal in nature. Now on the 1 hours time frame, just gonna look at the 30 minutes time frame. As you guys can see, the 30 minutes time frame, as the 1 hour is actually forming a lower high. You guys can see on the 15 minutes time frame, we have a series of what? Higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we have higher high. So immediately when they take out this higher low right here, that's to confirm that okay, this market wants to start selling down. I will be waiting for a confirmation, a retracement, I mean to say, right? I will be waiting for a retest, right? And then we drop down with the 1 hours time frame or directional bias, with the 1 hours time frame directional bias to actually come back for the 4 hours time frame area of demand level. So like I said, this particular pair right here is more of like a sell to buy. It's more of like a sell to buy. But if you're really comfortable taking aggressive entry, then you're going to stay awake. You are going to be awake when the market is going to be open, right? You're going to be awake so that you can go with a manual execution, not limit. You go with instant execution. So guys, here we go. If you want to go aggressive, so if you go aggressive, this is giving you a whipping 1 to 5 risk to reward trade, which is crazy, guys. If you have this a week, you are okay. You are okay with a nice capital 1 to 5, like guys, that are crazy, man. So if we have this, right, if you have this market drop down to this level right here, probably it will be a very massive trade, guys. It will be a very massive trade. And even if you do not trade for the whole week again, guys, you don't need to force anything. You don't really need to force anything. So guys, this is what I have for you guys this Sunday. this is all the pairs that I am personally looking forward to see me participating for the coming week. So if you are interested on any of those setups, go ahead guys, add them to your watch list. Let's see what this market is going to play out. And don't forget, trading is a probability game, so trade wisely, manage your risk properly, do not over risk, and do not get FOMO. You know the common psychology that play a very big role in our trading. So make sure you prioritize all those things, and do it the best, right? Be the best, be the best. So I wish you guys all a profitable week. And also, if you are here on my YouTube channel and this is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell, so that whenever I drop my weekly review like this, you will be so highly notified. And also, I have a free Telegram channel where I post all of those setups that I just finished sharing with you guys, and the link is below this video right here. All you just have to do, guys, is to click the link and it will directly take you to my free Telegram channel. And if you are interested in learning from me, guys, you can actually send me a DM with learn, so that I can take you through the step-by-step mechanical process that I follow in order for me to generate a trade idea like this, and also make money from my own trade idea. I don't have to wait for anyone, guys. I don't really have to wait for anyone. So let's go, guys. I wish you all a profitable week. Peace out.